John has me in here laughing. I wish you guys, and I can't take a picture of this. I wish I could show you. You know how you are like in this, and you're on an airplane and you're in the center seat? That is what it's like here. I can't move. I've got my iron to my side. I've got a camera here. I've got my computer here. I've got another camera here. I've got my stuff to get to over here. And then I've got a camera that's like right in my stinking face. So it's like, oh gee. We shall prevail. All right, everybody. So, hi, everybody. It's Wednesday, July 22nd, and I'm so glad you're choosing to spend this half hour with me, or a little bit more, but I hope not. I so appreciate that all of you that are coming on board with this mystery quilt. A lot of people are going, but what is it going to be? But what is it going to be? And I wish I had chosen another name for it. This is how I work, guys. I pick up a plan and then I run with it. And in the case of what we're doing, I decided to work with solids. They're so crisp. And then throw in also Kaffe facet fabrics. And everybody's going crazy, like, where's the Kaffe facet fabric gonna go? Where's it gonna go? I'll show you in a few minutes. And the thing is it's on point right now. It could very well not be on point. That's why I have a design wall. So I got a couple questions and I wrote down them. And one was, how did I get my design wall up there? Well, again, it's a gridded flannel from Eddie's Quilting Bee in Sunnyvale, California. It's not as furry as, say, flannel and stuff like that, but I will take the grid lines over the furriness any day. It's got a little bit of furry, and also mine's on backwards. I didn't want the lines to be that dark, so I don't know if that is causing it. But what the deal is I got the insulation board. I stretched the fabric around it, and you can see I even matched up the lines where the crack is. That took skill and talent. And then how we got it up on the wall was it's liquid nailed. So I really can't take it down without destroying everything. So that's how it got up. Oh, please. Yeah, I will. Is that from Barbara?
No.
Oh, from John. I got to get an earpiece so that John can talk to me when we're doing this. That's what I need. I need more than 3 cameras. I need an earpiece now. So anyways, that's how it's up there. And how the contractor actually did it is we put liquid nail stuff on, and then in these cracks here, he had like a washer with a nail, and that held it in place while the liquid nails dried. Okay. Then another person asked about bending pins. Pins, P-I-N-S. And she was using long. She liked to use fatter pins so they don't bend. The problem is that you really want extra fine pins, silk glass head pins. You just do. The fatter pins will cause you dismay. Trust me, in the end. And I'm wondering if I could show you. Let's have a little pin talk right here. Okay. Let's go right here. So let me get these in here. Oh, look, this one is long. Wonder why that isn't. Boy, that is. All right, there we go. So here is I just grabbed these randomly. Okay, guys, I didn't even know I was going to do this. All right. So let's talk about these 3 pins. This is a fatter one, and usually, oh, look at that. Cool. Usually you can get, like, they're called quilting pins, and you can get 1 million of these for like $2 or something. The problem is the shaft is fatter, and this is plastic, so if it hits your iron, you're in trouble. So then there are beautiful extra long pins, and I don't prefer theirs because in my book, they do bend more. So bye-bye. And then this is the kind I like. It's just a glass head pin, and it's shorter than the extra long ones. What brand? There's several lovely brands out there. It's the brand that makes you want to choke when you see the price tag. All right. So here we go here. I want to go back to my face. I think we figured out what was going on the other day. Oh, I know, I got to go up camera. It's acting goofy on me again. So here's the deal, guys. I so appreciate when you send me pictures. And I didn't have any sequoias, but I got something from Lori, and I thought this was so awesome. If you're working with the hand dyes, I cannot hallmark it enough. You must pre-wash. And so I don't know exactly what Lori's living situation is, but I'm copying you, girlfriend. I think this is just a gas. Isn't that perfect? Just perfect. So she's got in her over her tub, and it can all just drain down the sink. But look right in there at that blue. Oh boy, that's beautiful. These are highly irregular pieces, and for that you're going to have some really cool results. Before I get into teaching, I am so excited that Barbara Black put up in the forum a place where we can all go and we can show and tell and all that good stuff. So you may want to get in there. Now you right here, it's called the Kaffe Mystery Quilt. And the only reason it's called Kaffe is because I've thrown in Kaffe Facet fabric, okay? But look at this, there's 6 already, and people are showing and telling, and that makes my heart really happy. And in that case, I'm going to tell you that Karen put this up in the forum. Thank you, Karen. It is she put up, there's tons of ways to do these half square triangles, and she put this up as a resource so we can continue to learn from each other. It's awesome. One thing I've learned from Ricky is it's not this way or this way. It can be and or both. And so you just have to figure out what works for you, correct? And speaking of Ricky, yesterday he debuted his new quilt that he was hoping to have in Houston. Well, that went bye-bye. And then tomorrow he's going to be showing the Lizzie Albright quilt completed, hand quilted and the whole bit. And again, it's at 10 o'clock, just like where we are right now, Pacific time. But talk about learning from each other. So Mary Kay works with us, and she and I both got our Bernina Q20s the same within 2 weeks of each other. So we are learning. And I'm still discovering this machine. The more I know, the more I'm becoming more comfortable on it. And I'm going to do a series of videos. But Mary Kay, don't kill me for sharing this, all right? Mary Kay got hold of me and said, why is my screen, why is this stupid foot hopping all over my ruler? And I said, okay, so this is my little email to Mary Kay, and then she taught me something. So Mary Kay, I'm doing this ruler work, and I just figured out a faster way for me to even do it. So John's going to take a look, and it's me whipping this ruler around left and right. Okay, now I'm going to go down like this. And then I'm going to go like this and follow the stitch line that I have right here in the middle there. And then I'm going to look and make sure it's all parallel to thread, which it is. Sometimes I have a hard time getting it going, which is kind of odd. So then I just take the ruler, flip it. I've been using this little pen to see where to stop. Here's another one here. And so that's how it goes. Just keep flipping the ruler around. I was actually finishing off each end, and I thought, that's crazy. Doubling my time of work, where I can just go over what's already been sewn. So I'm going to come down to here, mark it again. And that's how it goes. So she called me up and she said, I know what I was doing wrong. Because she kept saying the foot kept hopping up on the ruler. She had the wrong presser foot on. But then she told me something. She said, no, I'm going to teach you something. She said, get the laser light for the sewing machine, and then that way I don't have to keep marking it with my little purple pens. So thank you, Mary Kay. We're learning together. Half square triangles, how to use a ruler. And again, that was on my Bernina Q20, but you can do it on your domestic, no problem also. Just keep flipping that thing around. So I want to get going here. And what size sewing machine needle do I use? I use an 80 top stitch. And when I'm using a finer thread on top, I will also slow down the speed of my machine, okay? Because just slow it down, it's worth it. So this is the block we're doing today. It's called Golden Gate. I love this little block. It's absolutely crisp and adorable. So let's talk about how I chose this color combination, because normally I would not have put these two colors together. So I'm going to go down to this area, and I decided to use Kaffe's fabric to take the clue. And basically what's going on is you've got analogous on one side, and then you've got across the shot of the orange. So I'm choosing to use this color and kind of this color in here. But then I got out Katie's color wheel, and I thought, well, what's the deal? And where are the little things? Whoops. Well, what I'm basically doing is I'm working here. I guess I put them away. I'm telling you, middle aisle of an airplane seat. You guys would, the fact I can find my head is a whole thing in itself. So let me see if it's in here. You know, because I took it out. Shoot. And where I put it, well, you know how that goes. So I love this color wheel because you can put things on and then you get these really striking combinations and stuff. But of course I've lost the two wheels right now. So that was directly across. All right, so I had to make another one to demo today. So again, I went to my fabric, and here is this, and I chose this fabric, this fabric, this fabric. And these are tertiary, which means it's a triangle. Uh-oh. See, I told you, Dawn, this wasn't going to work. One of my cameras just fell off. There we go. This is a triangle on the color wheel. And a tertiary gives a snap, crackle, pop that is absolutely perfect. This is complementary across the color wheel, and this is like very solid. It's a solid combination. Like Christmas is red and green, and that's a solid combination. It's complementary. By the time this class is over, I hope you guys feel comfortable with these different minutiae on your color wheel. So I suggested on Monday that you circle what you're going to be working on. I circled it with a purple pen because I know it's going to disappear. I could use my friction, and then I could also take an iron and hit it and go away, because I just assumed that the 6-inch was the 8-inch or 9-inch. So I ended up with a block like this, way too big. So take advantage of this book. It's a textbook right into it when I really wanted a block this big. So here we go, get rid of that popping. So here is what I cut out. And let's get a pen and pencil and actually mark up our little book a little bit, okay? In this block, you know, we could actually look at the block now, couldn't we? In this block, John, this thing isn't working. I'm gonna need you. When it's time, my camera keeps falling off. This is a 9 patch right here, okay? And so what we're gonna do is, I'm going to, this you would cut normally 2, 4, 6. Yeah, you would cut this at 2 7/8, but I chose to cut it at 3 inches because I'm choosing to square off when I'm done. So I'll cut this half the squares at 3 inches, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line down the center. This is the friction pin again. And I'm really digging on my thing of putting a little bit of glue here to keep it from shifting, and a little bit of glue on the other end to keep it from shifting. So get on there, little glue, stick it, and then another little one. The good news is because I am going a little oversized, I will be able to trim it up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, okay, John, you're going to get in here. My holder keeps breaking. Let's see about, hey, John, let's see if you're a good cameraman. No, this isn't going to work. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to sew it, and then I'll come back and show you. All right? Yeah, we got this snazzy little thing to hold the camera onto my sewing machine, and it's kind of like it pooped out, the sticker part. So you're going to have to trust me with what I'm doing here. Again, I've got the 80 weight in the bobbin, and it's a poly. And then I've got the 60 weight Quilters Select thread on top. Let's see, I have one more. Where did it go? Well, you know what, I don't have to do that one. So here's the thing right here. You can see where I've sewn on each side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the seams. It's going to get rid of that. It's going to get rid of that line. The line is gone now because the friction pin goes away with heat. And then I'm going to cut it corner to corner. So you might want, if you're going to do the square up technique, you're going to want to cut it 1/8 more than 2 7/8. Cut it at 3. So now I'm going to go and press it. I always press right side up when I'm making seams go from one side to another. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to press it. I think pressing, set it with the weight. I think pressing is something that people really don't respect the process very much with, and I don't really understand why. I do another one because it will make or break. And when I learned to quilt, press from the back side, and you just have such a good chance of getting a tuck in it, you know? So let me do one more over here. Let me sew one more so we can lay the whole block out. Here we go. Boy, I feel sorry. I'm hoping on the East Coast that you guys have gotten some relief from the heat. I think they said yesterday was the really bad day. So, and here in California today, up Northern California, it's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. As soon as we're done here, I go out for a walk. If it gets over 80 degrees, I will not walk outside. It's just too dang hot. So let's get here. Oh yeah, and I was going to show you how I'm going to work the Kaffe in. Don't let me forget. I'll show you that at the end. The cart got in front of the horse here. So I'm going to go press it, and then we're going to lay it out. One. Sometimes I'll stack like this and press, and then I'll put that on top. Okay? There we go. So I need to square them up. Block Lock has a really great tool for this also. On my ruler, you can see there's that little diagonal line that's going across. It seems like when I get in, it gets blurrier, but like right there, I'm going to land that. And this is a 2.5 inch ruler. You do not need this ruler. You can use any ruler, but you just want to make sure that the line, what you use, ends up exactly on the pointy part right there. And so I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. Okay. I love trimming up. I got to tell you guys, this is really the truth. This has been hard for me because I've really gone in a different direction with quilting. And, whoopsie, that slipped. Okay, can you see how that slipped? Not good. So pay attention. I know if Barbara Black's watching, she's proud of me right now because she is an excellent teacher. By the way, speaking of Barbara Black, she does keep an eyeball out in the forum, And she, again, is going to shepherd us through next year's block of the month that Wendy Williams from Down Under has created for us. And go Google Wendy Williams, not the talk show lady, but put quilter after it. And I just love her work. Just getting that fabric all set up right now. I should have just turned it, for Pete's sake. All right. So we've got this here, this here, this here. Okay. Now, this is the tricky part. Actually, let me just bring this over. Get this in here. I'm doing it wrong. Sorry, guys. Let me get in there. Always, always, always lay out your blocks. Because look what's going on right here. Happens all the time, even to the most trained professional. Now, this is important. You would think, looking at these three hunks, they're the same size. They're not. The center one is wider than the two outside ones. You might want to circle that in your book. Again, the center one is bigger than the outer one. You could strip piece this if you wanted, but in fact, if you're got a little quilting chops under you, you may just want to do that. Let me sew this one on. Again, guys, I'm just going to do the top 2 rows. I'm not going to waste your time with the bottom 2, or the bottom 1. Okay, here we go. Whoa! Chain piecing, if you're new to quilting, means that you don't cut the thread in between each sewn unit. You just keep feeding them in, and it does help with things not being sucked down into the bobbin area. Somebody didn't really understand the whole bit with the 7mm wide feed dogs or 9mm wide. The opening is so big that everything just gets pulled down into it. Now a 5mm wide one, no problem. And I don't know why the tipping point is right after 5mm, but it is. Okay, I got 2 more to go. Yeah, see how much bigger the white one is, the center one? Take this here, line it up. I want to see blue on this side. I want to see white on this side. Oh, also in the forum, you guys, you're starting to share your work on this, and I love it. And some of you are taking a complete detour, and that makes me very happy. The other thing is people have asked, do I have to do exactly what you do? Absolutely not. Pick colors that make you happy. Because it's all going to work together in the end. I don't know where my little leader piece went. Oh well. Remember, airline seat, airline seat. Okay, so now I'm going to go press. I'm going to press to the blue. But let's say I had to press to the white. It doesn't matter because I've exactly lined up the back side. That's why it's so important. What's the question, John?
How many of these blocks?
How many of these blocks are we going to make? I don't know.
Of this block.
Oh, of this block, you know what? You can make 1, you can make 2. If you're just doing a wall hanging, probably 1. My deal is that I needed to make them. I needed to see where this mystery was going just a little bit in my brain before I presented to you guys. So I'm ending up with double. John, oh, this stupid thing is right in the way. John wants me to make it a big quilt, so it just might because of that. Okay, see what I did wrong there? No, or is that right? No, that's right. Okay. Yeah, no, okay, that's perfect. All right, so let me push this down here. No more this way. Love this color combination. And it's very nautical to me. So if for some reason, okay, this doesn't exactly line up, but I can certainly live with that, okay? what I'm going to do again is I just love this crazy little glue stick bit. This one I left open, so it's acting poopy. Let me grab another one. These will dry out if you leave the lids off. They just will. So every time I use it, close, close, close. And there we go there. Okay. I'll do this one while I'm at it too. How's that? And you can pin. But if you glue, keep it within the 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now, when I'm doing points and tips together, I absolutely do glue. So let me sew this. Man, my machine sounds good. There's nothing like a good oiling and a cleaning of the dust bunnies. You know, the other thing I've learned too is, let's say the more expensive the machine, the more maintenance is very important. But I will tell you this, with that 80 weight in your bobbin, you get a lot less junk going on in there. You just do. Now let me show you something here. See how that's falling short right there? I'm wondering if I didn't press. Oh, yeah, my pressing is a little bumpy. It's okay. Oh, whoa. See, just that little bit's going to cost you. So I'm going to go back and redo that. Not redo, just press it again. Can we see? Yeah. See, which was the bad one? Oh, it was this one. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to press. This one goes here. Okay, if this one is going in, this one has to go out. But I don't like that because I'm cutting this tip off. So I'm going to press this one this way. Whenever possible, you want your seams to be going in opposite directions. Sometimes the gods just won't let that happen. I'm going to press that better. So that means I got to change this one and go the other way. Here, I'll show you. I'm confusing myself. If I'm confusing myself, I know you got to be going out of your mind. Another question, John?
Do you need to worry about reversing the solid fabrics?
Do you have to?
Wrong side.
Okay, so that's an interesting question. Do you have to worry about reversing the solid fabrics? There is not a wrong side on solid fabrics, but those hand dyes, there's definitely a right side and a wrong side, which I think is crazy because they're hand dyes, but one side is like softer, and that's supposed to be the outside, right, John?
That's the outside.
That's the outside. But remember, you bought the fabric. You can do whatever the heck you want with it. It's yours. You paid the price. So I'm going to line this one up, and then we'll just talk about these last seams. And then I'll show you what I'm thinking. And again, I don't know. It's a mystery to me. And I think the thing that's confusing people is that when you do a mystery quilt, it's like the presenter knows exactly what's going on, but nobody else does. In this case, nobody knows what's going on, myself included. Okay, so if this goes in this way, iron that. I'm not going to set it just in lieu of time. Nobody knows. This is how I work. And I know for some people this is really uncomfortable, and that's great. That's absolutely great. I'm not trying to be mean, but this is how you grow as a quilt maker. Okay, there we go. Got it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin it the way, okay, see how that's bubbling like that? I don't like that. I really want it flat. I didn't used to think pressing was that important. It's uber important. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my extra fine glass head pins. We might sell them at the TQS store. I'm going to look right in here and see that it's lined up. Drop a pin in 1/16 of an inch before. Let me grab Cindy's pin cushion. Look what Cindy Needham made me. So sweet. Oh, she's got great shows on TQS, by the way. There we go. And then we're thinking about doing some more master classes. What do you guys think? I think it's a great idea. We've done so many shows that I forget what we've done. You see how it lines all the way across? That's still not pressed properly. I wish. There's still a little pull. I'm a freak about pressing. All right. So I'm going to sew this, and let's just see. Let's just see how this whole thing goes. I just love this block, Golden Gate. Moment of truth right now. Ready? Drum roll. Ta-da! Yay! That makes me happy. Happy, 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 happy. Okay, so let's just talk about what I'm thinking. Again, I start with a plan, but the plan can go sideways real easy, real fast. Do you have some more questions over there? Let me show this while John's gathering questions. Do you set up before you open up the triangle? Do you set? Yeah, I would probably. Yes, I would set. I would set the seams, and that's just because of Marianne Fawn's. She'll never live that down with me. I am using an 80 top stitch needle is what I'm using, okay? And then who is John?
Producer.
He's the get over here. You'll be sorry you're wearing that shirt. John is my husband. He is on the TQS journey, which means the Alex Anderson journey. He quit his job. He was controller at a plant. Gosh, how long ago?
7 years.
7 years ago, concrete plant. And our kids were done with college and all that. And we knew that the quiltshow.com really needed help. We had no idea how much help we need, but he said, I think I want to quit my job. And we did the math and we could do it. And I said, you have to call my dad and ask permission. So he did. And my dad the next day called up and goes, excuse my language, but this is what he said. He said, I think it's the best GD idea you've ever had in a long time, kid. That's not that. Okay, so everybody's asking, where's the Kaffe fabric gonna go? So let me show you what I'm thinking here. This was on the board before we taped. And they had to take it off. So what I was thinking was I was going to do, I still may do it. I've thrown some polka dots in from my own stash. Wish it were a little, yeah, I think it's better like this. And then when I had it on the board, I saw right here, there were some big stars happening. And so I did that by keeping the Kaffe fabric the same, okay? And then the other ones I just kind of mixed and matched. But I will tell you this, I probably will also turn them so they're not on point and play with them that way. But basically, I am using the Kaffe fabric for the alternate blocks, the spacer blocks, or whatever. And it's so funny because I don't think this is getting out of control. This brings complete happiness to my heart. But until it's sewn together, we don't know for sure. The other thing I want to show you that you can kind of see, I don't have it around me. Over here is a pinwheel block that I made. And it was out of the book, and it was too chunky for the intricacies of everything else going on. This little guy here was way too fussy, and be glad because this was a bear of a block to do, okay? So I am kind of making it aware, making it look like everything's kind of the same. Now somebody said these spools look like swastikas, and it took me a long time to see it, but then I saw it and I went, okay, you're bye-bye. And you guys can be ever so grateful because that was a complete bare, horrible thing to piece. I just wanted to cry. It was so hard. So I'm trying to keep things where we're just playing with fabric, playing with fun shapes. The other rule that I'm making for myself so far is that anything that's on a diagonal, so to speak, like this one, not a like corner to corner, this one, I'm facing all of those vertically. again, I don't know where this thing's going to go, you guys, because truly, truly, it is a mystery to me. It's so much fun. Can you use a single hole throat plate? I am begging you to use a single hole throat plate. Begging you. If I talk out loud, I make less mistakes. We all talk out loud. It's what we do. So, thanks so much. Now, if anybody, what is this saying? Are the nautical colors you're using mainly for demo purposes? Oh no, it's going to go in. This is going to go in that quilt. It'll be just wonderful. I'm just using Kaffe's fabric as my guide, and this came from this. These colors were all in there. Actually, I was going to use green, and then I thought, no, I want to do yellow. And then I believe it's a triad, which is a triangle on the color wheel. So people, I think we have it all. Do I starch fabric? No. Yeah, oh no, I don't, if it needs it, I would throw a little starch. The hand dyes I might toughen up just a little bit, but they've got a beautiful hand, but they are soft. So I might toughen those up a little bit. And you guys, we are still packaging. We are still cutting. Just please bear with us. And remember to go to the forum and show your work. Some of you are overachievers, okay? That makes me really happy. So have a great day. And yes, Catherine, I am sewing with white thread. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Enjoy the beautiful day wherever you are in the world.